'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty. 'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Hello guys, so today I guess I'll be guessing who the killer will be in Scream 6, so I guess it's coming out tomorrow, so I'll be uploading this later, and I guess it'll be the next day when people get to see the movie, and I guess the characters you can see here are the ones who I think will be the killer, because it seems like they're going to bring back a character from one of the old movies, or it possibly could be one of the cast in Scream 6, and for some reason I'm kind of thinking it might be one of the sisters, not like one of the newer characters, but that's just me anyway, but I don't know, they just seem so mischievous in this new one, and you just never know, like, what was going on with some of them. Like, maybe one of them wanted to kill each other, but you just didn't really know, like, to the point where they made you think, like, the main character was going to be the killer, and I know she has a bit of a crazy side anyway, but who knows what they're going to do with this movie, yeah. But then it also feels like they're going to bring back an OG character from one of the older films. I mean, a lot of people are saying Stu right now. I mean, people have wanted Stu for a long time. I actually rewatched Scream 3 and found out that Stu was actually supposed to be in that movie, have like some kind of cult or something. And when you got like Randy's little video, and rewatching the films, I'll tell you who my biggest person who I think is definitely the killer, even though I might be fully wrong, but it's just gonna be my guess. So basically, like I said, just all the ones who I've listed here, who I think will be the killer. So I don't think anyone else, like any of the new characters from Scream 6 will be the killer. No one from Scream 5, whoever survived. I mean, you never know, but like maybe Randy's sister or something, but I don't think that will happen. For Scream 4, I guess there's Jill. Like, I feel like she could possibly be the killer. Like, maybe she survived somehow, even though, like, after, you know, getting flipping with the paddle shocks, like, man, I don't know. I don't know if that would be, man, it'd be cool, but it wouldn't be like, oh wow, but it would still be cool. But would she be the killer in the movie? I mean, these are like my top 5 choices, but I'm just gonna cross her anyway, because probably not. For characters that could return, and then out of any of these ones, now this is when it gets complicated. And I mean, a lot of people are saying that Stu might return, but for some reason, I don't know, man. I don't know if he could return. And I am gonna reveal like why I think a certain character might return, because yeah, like I said, all the ones from Scream 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are not listed here, I don't think they'll return as the killer or anything, because it's because of how the mask looks. It looks like it's basically someone from the past, and just the way how like some of the lines they say, like, you've never faced someone like me, like meaning like maybe someone who's actually survived. Because yeah, I mean that saying could mean many things, but you just don't know. So like I said, I know a lot of people think it's Stu, but you're gonna be surprised. But I'm crossing him if it's gonna be a returning character. So yeah. And then when it comes to the two sisters, oh man, I mean, she just seems so crazy. This one's just like, she seems so innocent, but you just don't know. Like, man, I don't know, man. I'm actually gonna cross her, man. Even though she seems like she could be a killer, yeah, I don't think so. So it's basically between these two anyway, who I think will be the killer. Like this newer character or Randy. And you're probably like, what, Randy? But he died in Scream 2, but like I said, I've rewatched Scream 3 recently, and it's like a character who looks like he actually fully dies, but then he just comes out of nowhere and actually is the killer, so... And because they actually showed his body, like, they don't fully show his death, but then you see his body, it looks like he's dead. But then the thing is, he's a movie maker, so he made it look believable. So when he's revealed as the killer, I guess it is surprising, because you thought he was dead. So they could do the same thing with Randy. Like, he might have faked his death in Scream 2. Like, maybe the mom let him go because he knew he had like some kind of plan in the future or something, just if things went wrong. But would you really? It's just the thing. The only thing that's kind of flawed in this is that would he really wait all this time to do something to Sydney, or like maybe it's just crazy like Stu, but in a more smarter way, like Billy. Like maybe has the best of both worlds from the first movie, like Billy and Stu. He just it's hard to say if he'd actually do all this, and to actually leave a recording for them to use in Scream 3 to help him. It's just insane that he's gonna die, because why would he know that he's gonna die? It's just, there's so many things we watch in these films where I'm just like, maybe Randy did survive, but I might be so wrong. But this is just my prediction. If they're gonna bring back an OG, it's gonna be Randy. And hey, if it's Stu, that's awesome. And I guess I was wrong, but just a lot of people want Stu back because we didn't see him in Scream 5. I was like, I guess we're never gonna see him. He's actually dead. Yeah. Even though there was a time where Stu was gonna come back in Scream 3, like some kind of cult thing, but that got scrapped. So I mean, they might finally bring him back now. Yeah. So I'm just gonna cross Tara. I don't think it's a. I mean, it could be, but because she'd be like my second choice. If it's gonna be someone from the current movies, it's gonna be Tara. But my overall choice, I think it's gonna be Randy. Just because he was the one who just knew everything, like Kirby. And just imagine if they did something crazy where Kirby's actually working with Randy, which I definitely don't want that, because getting Kirby back, you know, I kind of missed her in Scream 5. It sucks that she got killed off, but then she's actually back. But they're gonna need to explain how the hell she's still alive. It's just, man, because how the hell is she alive? It's just crazy. And just imagine if she's working with Randy or something like that. I just don't know what direction they'll do with Kirby, since it doesn't make sense to how she's still alive, and they may just fully believe that she was dead. And I heard that there's actually like footage of her on a YouTube channel to show that she was alive. It's just, man, maybe she had a plan like Jill, but did it in a smarter way, where she definitely doesn't look like she was a part of anything. But yeah, I don't know. Right now, my main choice is Randy. That's who I think is going to be the killer. It's just, he was always the one who was always 3 steps ahead of everyone. So, and just that scene when Stu and Randy are trying to get in the house in the first movie, you know, because Sydney like has him at gunpoint and she doesn't know who to trust, so she just shuts the door on both of them. But the weird thing is, after we watching it, is that why does Stu not kill Randy in that moment? He could have just got rid of him. Like, that's just the weird thing. Like, maybe Stu knew that Randy wasn't actually, you know, fully on Sydney's side. Maybe he was gonna do something to Sydney, but you just don't know, man. It's weird. And if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry, Randy, for you know, thinking that you were the killer. But there's like basically for the first 2 movies, characters have actually thought that Randy was the killer. So just imagine. But I guess we'll see. And that's where I'll just end the video. Let me know who you think would be the killer in Scream 6. If it's a returning character or one of the newer cast members from Scream 5 or this movie. But yeah, appreciate if you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one.